Hello, everybody. Let's try this again. Time now for my 3 college football picks. Each week, this little guy right here and me, we pick 3 college football games against the spread. Let's review last week's picks. And last week, the Coin and I, well, we had a couple of disagreements, but it all balanced because we both finished 2 out of 3. That's right, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Alabama, LSU, we felt mutual about that game. We thought Bama giving 14, considering how dominant they've been, didn't think that was enough. I thought they would cover the spread, and Bama, in fact, won the game 29-0. So a winner right there. Another SEC game. This one we disagreed on. I thought that Georgia only giving 8 was too simple, and it was, because Kentucky really, for the most part this year, hasn't been truly battle-tested in the world of college football. Georgia won by 17, so that was a winner for me, loser for the Coin. But I lost in a Big Ten showdown. I thought Ohio State giving 19 against a 2-win Nebraska team, that was too easy. I was fooled. In fact, Nebraska probably should have won the game. Ohio State gets out with the win, but I don't cover the spread. So it's a loser for me. Coin thought that Nebraska getting 19 points would win, and that's exactly what happened. So the Coin and I both finished 2-1, and I maintained my 4-game lead over the Coin. I now move to 18 wins, 11 losses, and a tie. The Coin moves up to 14 wins, 15 losses, and a push. Now, let's move on to this week's picks. And a couple of games in the Big 12. Texas at Texas Tech for a primetime showdown on Fox. Texas only given 1.5 points, and I think Texas is going to win in this game. I think they'll bounce back from the loss last week against West Virginia. I wouldn't feel that strong, though, if Allen Bowman was playing in this game. Unfortunately for the Red Raiders, he's not. He's been ruled out. Didn't play in the second half last week against Oklahoma. And Tech probably would have won that game if Bowman had played. So you're relying on Jet Duffy, and that changes everything in this game as far as the Tech passing attack. So I think Texas wins. Give me the Longhorns minus 1.5. If the Coin lands on heads, it likes the favorite. Tails the underdog, and the Coin is going to go with Texas. Moving on now to another Big 12 game, T.C.U, West Virginia. Mountaineers with that gutsy call for the 2-point conversion, winning the game, staying in the Big 12 and in the college football playoff race. And you're hosting a TCU team that, despite winning against Kansas State, has not looked good this year. Been a bit of a disappointing season for Gary Patterson's squad. West Virginia, 3-1 this year at home against the spread. TCU, even though they won last week, they did not cover the spread. In fact, they have not covered the spread in their last 4 games. I like the Mountaineers minus 11.5, and the Coin is going to go with, well, West Virginia. Finally, let's go to the SEC, a game at the beginning of the year I was pretty fired up about, but not so much now. Auburn against Georgia. Not a horrible year for Gus Malzahn's squad, but they're certainly in no SEC West contention at all. Especially after that win over Washington at the beginning of the year. Auburn has slipped and slided a bit since then. Georgia still has the SEC and the college football playoff in their head. Big win last week over Kentucky. Georgia only giving 14 at home. I think the Bulldogs maintain their focus. Give me Georgia at home minus the 14, and the Coin is going to go with Georgia. So the Coin and I agreed on all 3 games. How you like that? Those are my picks. Hey, what were yours? Don't forget, my post-game of Bedlam, Oklahoma State will be sometime Sunday morning, so check that out. Thanks for watching my 3 picks. We'll see you next week.